good life, you're gonna have to really lock in, my guys. So if you're here on a Sunday with me, you're a locked in G. Simple as that. What better way is it to then make some money on a Sunday? Many of you guys have to realize you limit yourself to who you want to be, where you want to go, where you want to do with your life. If you want to be a G, you're locked in every single day. It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way through Sunday. We're locked in every single day, my guys. So today, my guys, we're trading. We're not just trading anything. We're trading Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin has power. Bitcoin has velocity. Most of you guys have to realize trading, when it comes down to it, you have to become a specialist in something. When you're specializing in something, you have to really figure out what is a passion of yours. And for me specifically, it is trading Bitcoin, because I'm very passionate in understanding it and being able to see the future with it. So my guys, inside my Discord, I told my people earlier, before the pump, I gave them some insight.
Currently 84K. Direction is forming. It is the weekend. In the weekend, it is the Wild West. We can see pumpage and dumping towards Sunday evening.
And we saw the pump come, my guys. The pump is coming. The pump is coming, my guys. And, we profit massively. Okay? We profit massively. Okay? We take action, when we see pumpage coming. For my guys out here, it's some real truth. If you want to be profiting massively, I'm talking about 5,000, on a weekend. I'm talking about, making consistent profits. If you truly want to learn the truth, because this is the stuff they try to not teach you. You can't learn this at your local college. You can't learn about crypto, pretty much, how to make money, in your local college, bro. Like everything they teach you in school is to make, to make you a job, to make you an employee. I'm talking to my guys out there that really want to, make some money online and want to be, a profitable trader and make this a full-time gig. This is what I'm talking about. We live in the attention economy. If you understand that most people, online are trying to figure out how to be profitable traders, and the reality is, you want to be a profitable trader, you have to, master a skill and specialize specifically into something. We're specifically, niche down to Bitcoin trading, because we understand the power of Bitcoin. And once you master Bitcoin, you could trade other stuff. You got Ethereum, you got all these other assets here. You got BNB, Doge, all this stuff. But what do they follow? They follow the G, Bitcoin. We flash closed on that trade earlier. Boom, brought our balance up, to 11,000. We're playing, like a G out here in these trenches. We could expect more pumpage coming to Sunday, my guys, and direction is still forming. But who gets the alpha? G's. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be posting videos back to back, bringing you guys a real alpha. And really this comes down to the mindset. How bad do you want it? How many hours are you gonna put into it? What are you gonna do? What necessary steps are you gonna do? Who are you gonna listen to? Are you really, is this something for you? Ask yourself. A lot of people want to call themselves a crypto trader, but we have to really understand is there's two types of people. There's crypto traders and there's crypto gamblers. We're here, the big difference is that the trader has a strategy. The trader has the mindset. The trader, is able to tolerate, their mind, to control their mind, and have, proper risk management. The gambler is more of, just emotionally driven. That's why we always preach no emotions. We're raising winners. You can't just have, that instant, wanna, place a trade if you don't have that conviction behind it. So my guys, if you truly want to be a winner, you're gonna want to hang out with winners. That's what I always keep on telling you guys. So we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we have our own Telegram, link in the bio. Come join the Telegram. And if you truly want to be a G, you're gonna be hanging out with us, my guys. So I do not want to have this video super long. If we see an opportunity, we'll place a trade. Overall direction is forming. Most of you guys have to be, realize that you can trade Bitcoin, you can trade crypto on the weekends. It doesn't shut off like in New York Stock Exchange. It doesn't, turn off. There's something that's 24/7, 7 days a week, and there's always opportunity with it, my guys. So if you're a real one, you're gonna be, listening to, you know, this different way of trading. You know, we trade in a way that's very simple. The red army versus the green army. You know, what we talking about here, my guys, anybody can learn this way of trading. It's all about perfecting your entries and your exits. You know, it's really not hard if you apply yourself, okay? I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm here to really give you guys the real truth, okay? I'm being, you know, always driven. You know, I'm always a very driven individual, and we're attracting like-minded, driven people, you know, who want the good life. So that's you. Subscribe to the channel. You know, some key takeaways. You know, key takeaway is don't be a gambler, be a crypto trader. You know, crypto traders could replicate their trades back to back, you know, make consistent profits back to back. A gambler only makes, you know, a 10x, 100x, you know, like a lot of money at once, and they can't replicate it. So that's the main key takeaway, my guys. You know, catch you in the Telegram below. Join the Telegram. We'll catch you, you know, in the next video.